Morning to all the delegates. So we will be beginning with our Lok Sabha session today. I hope you all are ready for the 0 hour session. Okay, so I'll hand over the mic to the chair. Aris, you can take over.
Thank you, Shreya. Can everybody hear me today? I hope I'm audible to everybody.
Yes, you are.
Great. So let me first explain what the 0 hour session basically is. It is an opportunity for the whole house to question the government as to its governance. So you get an opportunity to ask the ruling government 5 questions right now for the next 5 minutes, wherein you can ask them any question pertaining to their governance. If they fail to answer their question, they can directly be removed from governance. That is the way a 0 hour session works. So without much ado, I'd like to directly put you into the 0 hour session. The people who should answer the questions are the members of the BJP and basically the members of the cabinet, including Mr. Amit Shah, Mr. Dr. Harshvardhan, Ms. Srimati Nirmala Sitaram, and the others in the current running cabinet. So, are there any questions to the government before we begin the agenda? We go on with the agenda.
Uh,
Yes, Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
I would like to ask if the chief ministers of the ruling party are also accountable to the questions.
Yes, they're definitely accountable to questions pertaining to the governance of their own states.
All right.
Any questions that any delegate has now to the EB before we move on to the 0 hour session? Okay, great. Now, any questions that anybody has to any of the governments? Great. Pertaining to the fact that there are no questions, yes, Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Yes.
I'd like to question the CM of Gujarat. So, CM of Gujarat, yeah.
Yes.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि एक पीएम रिलीफ फंड जिसमें 3,800 करोड़ रुपए ऑलरेडी है, उसके होने के बावजूद पीएम केयर फंड को उसकी स्थापना करने की क्या जरूरत पड़ गई? Can you please answer this, CM of Gujarat?
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Gujarat. Chief Minister Gujarat, Mr. Rupani.
Yeah, give me a minute, please.
Please answer. Chief Minister Gujarat.
Yeah, please give me a minute, please. Yeah, hello. I'm audible?
Yes, you are, delegate. Yes, you are.
Yeah, so the creation of the PM Cares Fund is really important because it was really important step for the COVID-19 crisis, and it is a public charitable trust and Prime Minister's Citizen Assistance and Relief in the Emergency Situation Fund, which is a for PM Cares Fund. It deals with any kind of emergency or the distress situation, like public health emergency or any other kind of emergency. So it was really important because as we have a shortage of ventilators in our country, as we don't have a healthcare like America or Italy. So rupees 3,100 crore already were donated in the fight against the COVID-19, and as per the stats by the Health of Ministry of Health, rupees 2,000 crore is for augmenting supply of the ventilators. As we know that the ventilators and the oxygen beds are really important in the COVID crisis. And rupees 1,000 crore is for the migrants, as it is really important for the migrants as they are traveling from their like metropolitans to the smaller cities. So it is important that the government should take care of it. And rupees 100 crore was for the vaccine development, as there is no vaccine for the coronavirus, we know, but it is really essential because due to the lack of vaccine we cannot eliminate the coronavirus. So yeah, creation of PM Cares Fund was important.
Great, delegate. I think that was a suitable enough answer. Any other questions to the government? Any of the governments?
Yes, Jagat Mohan Reddy.
मेरा सवाल ऑपोजिशन पार्टी से है.
No,
Anyone
no,
can
no.
answer.
Delegate, you cannot question the opposition during the 0 hour.
Okay.
So,
Like-
do you have a question to the government, or should we move on to the next participant? Delegate.
No, I have a question. जो कोविड-19 के ट्रीटमेंट के लिए जो मेन JRs और डॉक्टर्स मोस्टली जो
Delegate,
like,
आप अपना क्वेश्चन किसको एड्रेस कर रहे हैं ये बता सकते हैं आप. That you have to mention.
wait a minute. Yes, it is to Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi.
He's not a part of the central government.
Okay.
We move on to the next delegate. Yes, Bhagwan Man.
I have a question to Amit Shah. I want to ask, is the government flattening the wrong curve? The testing curve or the COVID-19 curve?
Mr. Amit Shah, please answer.
Mr. Amit Shah.
Mr. Amit Shah, are you with us?
I think he has left the committee.
Okay, delegate, you can send a chit via the EB to Mr. Amit Shah and we'll address it.
Okay.
Any more questions? हाँ जी, फारूक अब्दुल्ला. फारूक अब्दुल्ला, unmute yourself.
मेरा सवाल सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट से है कि लगातार इंडिया में कोरोना के केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं, लेकिन इसके बावजूद टेस्टिंग के नंबर क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहे हैं? क्या गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी ये है कि नो टेस्टिंग नो कोरोना? अगर वाकई गवर्नमेंट सीरियस है तो वो कोरोना के टेस्टिंग को बढ़ा क्यों नहीं रही है? जितने विलेजेस एरिया है, जितने गांव के एरियाज है, वहां पे टेस्टिंग बहुत बहुत ज्यादा कम हो रही है, और अगर ऐसे चलता है तो शायद हम इसको एरेडिकेट नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो मेरा गवर्नमेंट से सवाल सिर्फ इतना सा है कि गवर्नमेंट क्यों इस बात पे फोकस नहीं कर रही है कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा टेस्टिंग की जाए, ताकि जो कोरोना के पेशेंट्स हैं वो बाहर आए और धीरे धीरे हम इस चीज से निकल पाए.
Great, delegate.
फारूक अब्दुल्ला जी, ये क्वेश्चन आपने किसको पूछा है ये भी बता दे जरा.
ये आप लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन जो भी यहाँ पे हैं, चाहे CM विजय रूपाणी साहब भी बता सकते हैं.
So it's open to any member. It's basically open to any member of the central government. तो कोई भी
जो
any
भी
member of the
यहाँ
BJP,
पे हैं वो
anybody who wishes to answer can answer it. In all likeliness, any member of the cabinet wishes to answer it can directly answer it. Whether you can raise your hands. Do we have any? Should I
Yes.
delegate it?
Yes, I want to answer.
Please go on. Please go on.
Yeah. So हम टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं. जो इंडिया में सबसे पहले हमारे पास जब कोविड-19 था, तो जैसे पूरे इंडिया में, पूरे वर्ल्ड में किट्स की बहुत कमी है, बट हमने धीरे धीरे इस पे काम करा और अब इंडिया अब 2 लाख टेस्ट पर डे कर रहा है और रिसेंटली हमने 1 लाख टेस्ट को क्रॉस किया है. और हमने इसमें सिर्फ गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर्स ही नहीं, बल्कि जितने भी प्राइवेट प्लेयर्स हैं, जितने भी प्राइवेट लैब्स हैं, उन्हें भी हमने लाइसेंसेस दिए हैं और टेस्ट करने के लिए हमको उनको लाइसेंस दिए हैं, और फिर ये प्राइवेट लैब्स बहुत आसानी से हम उनको कोविड किट सप्लाई कर रहे हैं, और इससे ये हेल्पफुल है, क्योंकि पहले बिल्कुल कम टेस्टिंग हो रही थी, बट नाउ इट इज अप टू 2 lakhs per day. So yeah, that.
Okay, I think
Great,
we're
David,
done
I
with
think.
all questions.
Yes, I think
Another
we have. Yes.
Do we need to recognize more questions, or are we done, speaker?
We need one.
No,
We need one more
hello,
question.
hello.
Okay, Arvind Kejriwal. You're not audible. Connect your audio, Arvind Kejriwal.
Yes, Arvind Kejriwal.
You're not audible, Arvind Kejriwal.
I think there's
Okay,
some
Mr.
technical
Arvind
difficulty.
Kejriwal, I think you can ask your question through the chat.
Yes.
We'll move on to K. Chandrasekhar Rao.
Motion to set the agenda.
No, delegates, we're in the 0 hour session. Post this, we'll set the agenda, right? Let we're just taking our last question.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else with a question for the 0 hour?
Priyanka Gandhi.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, delegate.
Yes, to Nirmala Sitaram. The crude oil prices are set at a $60 per barrel. Okay, in today's times. So why is the government for the past 14 days increasing the petroleum and the diesel prices by 50 paisa per day, which has now increased to 7 rupees? How is this how is this helping in the for the common people?
To this answer, I would like to say that in any form, when we are increasing the prices of any goods and services, in any form, it is adding to our tax. So somehow the government is getting up revenue from places. We can't increase prices of common products and day-to-day things. So we need to increase prices somewhere or the other to compensate the losses to get enough of tax. So I think this is the reason we are increasing the prices.
Okay, thank you, delegate. Delegates, with this we're ending the 0 hour session. Now we'll take roll call, post which we'll move into setting the agenda and stuff like that. I'll be accepting motions to set the agenda. For the roll call, please raise your hand as your name is said. The deputy speaker will take the roll call, and I hand it over to him now.
Can you hear me, delegates?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to I'll be taking a roll call right now, and after the roll call, I'll be sending the list of speakers on the group. So according to that, you'll be speaking your opening speeches. Farooq Abdullah, just say a yes and raise your hand when I call your name. Farooq Abdullah. Farooq Abdullah.
Yes.
Dr. Shashi Tharoor.
Yes.
Asaduddin, Asaduddin. Owaisi. 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 Bhagwant Mann,
Yes.
Arvind Kejriwal, Arvind Kejriwal, please work on your audio. We cannot hear you. Mamta Banerjee,
Yes.
K. Chandrasekhar Rao,
Yes.
E.K. Palaniswamy,
Yes.
Naveen Patnaik,
Yes.
B.S. Yadurappa, do we not have them? Simran Gurani,
Yes.
you are Smriti Irani.
Yeah.
Smriti Irani. Okay, let me just clear this out. Smriti Irani, Nirmala Sitaraman. RS just changed this in your sheet. Instead of CM Karnataka, RS, can you hear me? RS?
Yes, I can.
Instead of CM Karnataka, Simran Gurani would be Smriti Irani.
Noted, delegate. Please go on.
Vijay Rupani, Shivraj Singh Chauhan,
Present.
Ashok Gehlot,
Yes.
Uddhav Thackeray, Uddhav Thackeray. Okay. Nirmala Sitaraman, why have you raised your hand?
Sorry, by mistake. I'm extremely sorry.
Jagat Mohan Reddy,
Yes.
Yogi Adityanath,
Yes.
Priyanka Gandhi,
Yes.
Rahul Gandhi.
Yes.
Ramesh Pokhriyal. Speaker to please note, we don't have Ramesh Pokhriyal in the committee.
Okay.
Nirmala Sitaraman.
Yes.
Dr. Harshvardhan.
Yes.
Amit Shah. Speaker to please note, Amit Shah is having technical issues. She is not able to connect. I would ask Shreya to please assist her. She is Amreen Azim.
Yeah, I'm assisting her, but she says that she's not able to connect.
Okay, and let us know when she connects.
Sure.
Narendra Modi is presently not here. Speaker to please note, Narendra Modi might join in the coming sessions. He's not here for the first session though. Delegates to please keep checking the. I request the delegates to keep checking the WhatsApp for the chits that they'll be receiving. And I'm forwarding the list of speakers right now. That will be the order in which you will be speaking over to RS now.
Great. That was with the roll call. We have established quorum, so we can start with the committee. Any motions before the floor? So yes, right now you can put forward the motion to set the agenda. Yes, K. Chandrasekhar Rao.
Motion to set the agenda for the discussion on viability of training of medical students during this pandemic.
I think this motion passes unanimously, delegates. Anybody opposes this motion? Great. Then the motion passes. Yes. Yes, delegate.
Can you?
Network issue.
Delegate, the motion was to set the agenda. So I was saying that I think this motion will pass unanimously because is there any opposition to this motion? Seeing none, this motion passes and the agenda for the House has been set. The viability of training medical students for to cover the lack of medical personnel. Now, from moving on from there, we'll move to the list of speakers, which is the order in which you will give your opening speeches. And so, the first on the list of speakers is I'll invite Mr. Amit Shah. Amit Shah is absent, I think. Amit Shah is not present as yet.
No, Amit Shah is trying to connect. I request you to move Amit Shah on like
Yes,
the last part.
yeah. Let's move on from Amit Shah. So, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the next speaker on the list. Mr. Rahul Gandhi, please put forward your opening speech.
Good morning, delegates of the House. With the prior permission of the honorable speaker, I, the delegate representing Rahul Gandhi, would like to share my views on the agenda. I will discuss about it and argue and even put forward some important and major alternatives that could be more promising and reasonable. COVID-19 is the greatest challenge that mankind has faced since World War II. And we have countries like the UK and the Italy that have taken up different measures to compensate for the lack of doctors. Now, considering training medical students via an online platform, its efficiency to provide the medical students with the required amount of practical skills is highly questionable. And according to a report by the IMA in the year 2016, there were around 2 lakh doctors who were unemployed. According to another report in the year 2018 by the Kerala division of the IMA, there were 10,000 jobless doctors in Kerala itself. So why are we not considering these doctors over medical students? Rather than using blunt instruments, I would suggest we should make use of our best possible resources. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your speech. Delegate, would you like to yield to questions or would you like to yield to the EB? Or comment? Yes, Delegate?
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Delegate, you're audible now.
Yeah, I've chosen yield question.
Yield to question. So any questions on the House? The Deputy Speaker will recognize you.
Yes, Naveen Patnaik.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Delegate.
My question to you is, since you mentioned UK's response to the COVID-19 crisis, UK has decided to cancel its final exams for its final year students and give them training to fight against COVID. So if they are making use of their resources, their students with exemplary records, why can we not do the same if we are if we have decided to follow in their footsteps, if we've decided to follow their example as you have mentioned?
Great, Delegate. Rahul Gandhi, you may answer now.
So this is a very good question and a very reasonable question. And the conditions in India, however, are very unique. We cannot compare the conditions in here to the Western countries. First of all, we have a population which is humongous. And in India, we have different kinds of people. We have people in the middle age group, in the youth with lifestyle diseases like diabetes, like hypertension. And you don't see this in countries like like Italy or UK. So moreover, being in a country with such a humongous population, we lack a good number of medical doctors. So to compensate for the lack of medical doctors, just training fourth-year medical students or the interns will not be enough. It will not be adequate. So we, in order to deal with the present situation, the present crisis, we need a force to replace the frontline medical doctors. This is the reason why I'm considering the unemployed doctors. In the year 2018, we were more than 2 lakh doctors. Apart from these, I have other alternatives which I would definitely like to share and discuss in the further sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. I think that was a suitable enough answer. If there are any other question, any other reverse questions from Naveen Patnaik, then you can either induce a right to reply, or you can ask it by a chit. That's your choice.
I would like to ask why a chit.
Okay, thank you. Moving on from there, the
Speaker,
next
I would
speaker
like to interrupt you. Aris,
Yes.
I would like
Yes.
to interrupt you. In 30 seconds or so, we'll be breaking again because of the 40-minute restriction.
So
I'll ask
let's
for-
yes, in that case, let's break here and let's meet in the next 5 minutes. If that's fine with you. Please, let's break here. We'll start from the second question.